Welcome to DeenReport. For Muslims, by Muslims. Here are your top stories of the day, what's happening, what's verified, and why it matters for Muslim communities around the world. Let's get into it.
New York police say a Staten Island woman is facing hate crime charges after 3 alleged attacks in Brooklyn's Bay Ridge neighborhood that investigators describe as anti-Muslim. Authorities say the incidents happened within minutes of each other on January 30th, and that the victims were Muslim females wearing hijab, including a 12-year-old girl. Police accounts cited by local outlets allege the suspect made hostile remarks and told victims to go back to their country as she assaulted them. For Muslim communities, cases like this raise urgent questions about safety in public spaces, especially for women and children whose faith is visible. Community advocates say reporting, support for victims, and consistent accountability matter, not only for justice in one case, but to prevent copycat harassment and normalize the idea that Muslims belong and deserve protection like anyone else. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com. A court in England has convicted a Leeds man of hate crimes after prosecutors said he desecrated multiple copies of the Quran inside a hospital multi-faith prayer room at St. James's Hospital, causing damage and distress in a space used by patients, visitors, and staff. The Crown Prosecution Service said the man smashed a framed Islamic scripture, tore out and burned pages, and used damaged material to block a sink and toilet. Prosecutors say he returned weeks later to cause further blockages, and when he tried to enter the room again, it had been locked due to the earlier damage. He was detained by hospital security and arrested by police. While in custody, prosecutors said he wrote anti-Semitic graffiti on a cell wall, with the CPS describing the conduct as targeting both Muslim and Jewish communities. The case has renewed concerns about safety, dignity, and respect in shared public spaces, especially in hospitals. Sentencing is expected later this month. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com. Palestinian officials say Israeli forces raided the Al-Tahadi school in the Ibzik area of the northern Jordan Valley in the occupied West Bank, damaging classrooms and disrupting essential services students rely on. Wafa cited the Tubas education director, who said educational materials were confiscated and key networks like water and electricity were damaged, while Anadolu Agency reported a Palestinian Education Ministry statement describing the incident as a repeat raid and saying access routes were also obstructed. There was no immediate public statement from the Israeli military in the sources reviewed, and independent verification can be difficult in restricted areas. But local residents and rights groups have long warned that repeated pressure in communities like Ibzik can make normal schooling impossible. For families, this isn't only about property damage. It's about whether children can reach class safely, drink clean water, and learn without fear. For full coverage, visit DeenReport.com.
Thanks for watching DeenReport. For Muslims, by Muslims. That's your top 3 stories of the day. We'll be back tomorrow with your next daily briefing. And if you want the bigger picture, join us each week for our weekly roundup, bringing together the key developments you may have missed. For full reporting, visit DeenReport.com.